So we're going to get started with the session for today. I hope every one of you is clear about yesterday. We learned about, in the last class on Friday. So we learned about the keywords. We learned about, you know, is my screen visible to you? Not yet. Let me share it.
No, sir. अभी screen visible. Your screen not visible, sir.
Not visible, no? I hope it is visible now. So we had covered in the last class the binary conversion. We have learned. I think this is where we ended up. I hope you guys are clear about this. Okay, bitwise operators in Python we had done, but more you will learn once you do the exercise yourself. So Ayush, did you get a chance to do some experiments with what we learned in the previous classes in the last week?
No, sir, not yet.
When will you do it? Because it's 1 week is over, Ayush. You must be doing some practice. Okay. Any challenge you are facing? Is there any challenge, Ayush? कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है आपको?
No, sir, no. I will do it today only.
Yeah, please do that. Okay. And in fact, we are going to cover various examples today also. Uh, it is important that we do some coding ourselves, and then you will be able to, learn. Okay. Because just by watching, we don't learn. We learn by doing things. Okay. So you must be doing it on your own system, or you do it on Google Colab and just run it. Okay, Google Colab is the easy to use platform. Just go there, start typing your code. Even if you have some memory issues or Python issues on your local system, you don't have to be stopped just for that reason. Okay, so let's start with today's agenda. Okay, today we are going to discuss about some built-in methods. We did some of them in the last class. Today we are going to see again, just to give you a refresher quickly, and some new methods also we are going to learn uh, uh, today about the string manipulation. So capitalize. Last time we did capitalize. I hope you are clear what it does. It does the first letter capitalized. So if the word is hello, if we do upper, okay, then it will do the uppercase. The entire string will be uppercase. If we do lower, everything will be lowercase. But if we capitalize, the first letter will be capitalized. Okay. And if we do title, first letter of each word will be capitalized. Is that clear? Okay, excellent. Next, we have something called like case fold. So this case fold method, I think it is new. We did not cover it earlier. So the case fold method, uh, it helps you to convert the string to lowercase, more aggressive than lower. Okay. So what it does, it will be converting the case basically. Lowercase or uppercase, it is going to change the case. All right. So if you want, you can do a little practice of the same as well. So we are talking about So it does, it will convert it into lowercase. All the string, the entire string, whatever you have. Yeah, my Python screen is not visible. Hold on. Let me switch. Is it visible now? Okay, great. So let's say we have a message, Zen Academy offering Python for beginners course. Okay. We are doing print message dot casefold, right? So this will do the entire string into lowercase. So more like lower only, lower function. Okay. So the same thing, it is just going to convert into lowercase, whatever the string you have. Then next function is center. Okay. If suppose you want to write some decorative text, right? And you want to say, okay, I want to write a 100-character string, and in that 100-character string in between, I want to write welcome to Zen Academy, something like that, right? So over here, what we are doing is we have a text hello, and this text is being centered in the 10-character string. So total space is 10 characters, and in the center, I want to print these 5 letters. So I want to leave the equal number of spaces on the left, equal number of spaces on the right. So only thing I have to do is text.center, and whatever the length you want. So for example, if I show you quickly. So if I say print, sorry, print, and let's say right, dot center, and I want to do it in, let's say, 50 characters, and close. So now you can see here it is doing it in center of 50 characters, because I've shown given the 50. If I do print in the center of 80 characters, so it has come to this center of the screen. Usually this width is 80 characters approx. Okay.
Sir, what is the work of casefold function, sir?
Casefold is it converts into lowercase. So it
Okay.
is more aggressive function than the lower. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
ठीक है, ठीक है, sir.
So let's switch back. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. So next function is count. If you want to count how many times a string, okay, or some letter is existing within a given string, then you can use the count function. For example, here we want to check, we want to count how many times letter O appears in hello world. So how many times it appears? 2 times. So 1 and 2. Okay. So the output is 2 here. Okay. Then we have a find substring. If you are searching something within a string, I think we already seen the example for find. So hello world is the string. We are searching the word world over here. And this is string we are searching in this. So this is at position 6th, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is space, and 6 is the word. So this is where it is starting. So find function will help you if there is a longer string and you want to search at what position a particular string appears, then that position you can get using the find method. There is a method known as replace. We saw its example earlier as well. So hello world is there, and if suppose I want to replace world with Python, then it is going to print the output as hello Python. Okay. Split separator. So what it does, if we have a string or a concatenation, so if you remember, we did a list of fruits that time and we did split it. Okay. So we can have any string, and over here this is a space character in between. So if I want to split all the words in this string, so I can just write the method text.split, or I can specify the character by which, what is the separator character. By default it is space. If it is, you specify this separator character, then that will be used in order to split the string. Strip method. What strip method does is, if there are some spaces in the beginning or the end and you want to get rid of all these additional soft spaces, we call the white space. Okay. Any white space that is before or after the string, you want to do this stripping of it. So you can just write text.strip method, and the outcome will be, it will eliminate all the leading spaces and all the trailing spaces, and then give you the only the string contained. Okay. The upper method converts the string to the uppercase. So like here we have the string hello, and hello is being converted into uppercase. We do have the lower method, converts all characters to lowercase, so pretty much like case fold. Okay. So text.lower. Okay, you can write this function, it will convert it into lowercase. Advanced string method, join. So any iteratable list you have, okay, so joins elements of an iterable with the string as a separator. So what we are saying is words. There are some words over here. Python is awesome. Okay. So what we are saying, we want to have a character. It's a string we want to have. We want to join the words within the elements within the list words with this character. So space we have given. So outcome will be Python space is space awesome. So one single string it is going to return. We have a partition. Okay, so we just saw the join. We can do partition also. Splits the string into a tuple of 3 elements. Over here, how it will be doing, right? So hello, space, and world. So what it is doing, partition by space. So it is going to be hello separately, world separately, and space is the string in between, right? So instead of, if you do split, okay, it will just give hello and world. But here you want the space or the whatever the string is there in between, that string also you want to have in the tuple. So this is a tuple within the parenthesis. Lists are in the square brackets. I hope you remember. Then R find, it returns the highest index where the substring is found. So you can say, if I'm searching the letter O here, so there are 2 O's. And if I'm searching O, if I'm doing find, I'll be getting the position of O. If we are doing R find, we will be searching the it will start from the end. It will start searching, but the index will give from the beginning itself. So it is still 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So output is 7 over here in R find. So R find looks for the last instance. Okay, find looks for the first instance. It starts with, it is very important, means very commonly used. Okay, something you want to search, like, okay, if the name starts with Prachi, for example, so full name may be whatever, but I want to search all the names starting with Prachi. I want to search all the names starting with gel or any other string, right? So
Yes.
we can always we can just simply do text dot starts with and provide the string over here, and it will check if it is matching this criteria. If it is matching this is, if the beginning of the string, if the beginning of the string is having hello, so over here it is having hello world, so the outcome is true. So in this case it is telling whether the string is starting with hello, then it is going to return true, otherwise it will return false. Similarly, sometimes we have to check ends with. So if we are checking ends with world over here, so if you want to check if the string I have in the variable, if that ends with world, then it will return true. If it is not ending with world, then it will return false. Prachi, yes, please go ahead.
सर एक्चुअली ये strip function पूछना था कि
One-
it just reduce the gaps only.
Which one?
Strip function, sir. Strip function.
Strip. You are talking about strip, or you are
Yes,
talking about
sir. Strip function.
strip? Yeah. Okay.
Sir, it just only reduce the gaps or spaces only.
Soft spaces, and it may be tab, it may be space. Okay.
Okay.
Any soft spaces, white spaces we call them. Okay.
Okay.
White
Okay.
space characters, it may be a tab character. Sometimes what happens, you are typing the text. Okay, so
Yes.
it is helpful when you have to cleanse the data, right? So
Yes.
you are having lot of data. Now
Yes.
somewhere you are typing lot of names, and somebody, the typist, whoever was entering, he just pressed a space. Sometimes
Yes.
put one additional space in the beginning or the end, and you want the clean data, right? If you are to
Yes.
see database, so we want to remove the spaces in the beginning or the end. We don't want them, otherwise it will look very haphazard when you print the outcome, right? Or you are writing a letter to someone and will say, dear Mr. Goyal, and instead of Goyal it will be having the space in the beginning or the end, right? It will look very awkward. So we want data. So from that perspective, some of these functions may be used time to time.
Yes. Okay.
Then we have, okay, now some exercises are given here, and there are several exercises. I would request you guys to do it in your break day tomorrow, right? So you know, uh, creating a string means you have a variable on the left equal, and you can create a string using double quotes or single quotes. Okay, and in fact triple quotes you can use in if you want multi-line strings, that we already covered in the previous class. Okay, now within a string, any string you are having, it may be this long string or it may be just hello world string, right? In this string you can uh, do like print string one, I'm assigning hello world, and in this I'm writing 0. So the outcome means 0th character I want. I want the character at the 0th value. So if I want individual characters within a string, then you can simply specify the index of that character that you want, and it will return you that. So if I'm saying minus, means it will start from the right. Okay, if I say minus 1, it will provide me this. It will provide minus 2, it will provide me D. Okay, so minus 1 I'm doing, so I'm getting this exclamation mark. Minus 2 I will do, I will get D. Minus 3 I get L, like that. I hope this is clear. Is it okay? Give me thumbs up if everything is okay so far. Okay, Anju, Janvi, Prachi, Ayush. Excellent. All right, let's move. Then we come to slicing. We already took this example earlier also in the previous class. So slicing means you will get, if I'm saying 0 to 5, if I want to get a substring of a string by the indexes, then I can do this way. So if I'm doing 0 to 5 means starting from 0th index and before the 5th index, I want. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can consider that way, right? And it is
So
going,
Python screen is not visible, sir.
no, I'm not on the Python
Okay, okay. You are telling on
on the slide
PPT.
itself. I'm on the slide
Okay.
itself. Okay. And over here, if we are starting with the seventh index, 7 is the word W and colon, and I have not specified the end index, then it will show you the entire string up to the end of the string. So if you want, starting from certain character till end of the string, you don't have to specify the last index. Okay, over here, right? If you want somewhere in the middle, you will start the starting index, you will provide an the character before which you want. And if you want the end last part of the string, you can do the starting index, and you can specify, you don't specify any index over here. That way you are going to get the all the remaining string. Upper function, lower functions, we already saw that. Some examples are given over here actually.
So can you tell again last one output to string 7 colon जो भी
This
आपने
one,
बताया.
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's say we are having this is the string exercises. This is complete string, let's say. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if in this I want up from string manipulation till continued. Okay.
Yes.
So I will provide 0, 1, 2, 3,
2, 3, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7, 8,
7,
9,
8.
10, 11. So starting from the 11th character, I want
Hmm.
all the characters till end. Okay.
Okay.
So then in that case, it will give me just this string. So it will exclude any characters before S.
Before 7. Before S, it will
Yeah,
include all
11.
the
In this
characters.
case, we provided 7. So in hello world, seventh index is W. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why it is printing all characters from W till end of the string.
Will add. Okay.
Next comes, okay, then I don't know why this screen is coming again. Upper lower function, we already saw that. Then there is a find substring and replace substring examples are there. So you can do print string one dot find. I told you when you do the find, it is going to search and return you the index from the beginning. Okay. So if in the hello world I'm searching the string word, so it is returning the output as 7. Okay, it's saying like the string word is occurring at 7th index. And when we say replace, in replace string, the existing string you are talking about, replace some string that you want to replace with. So let's say it's a hello world message. So in the hello world message, you want to replace the word world with Python. So the outcome will be hello Python. Okay. I hope this is very clear. Split separator, split separator the string into substrings. So as we saw here, so hello world, and I had a comma over there. So if I want to split by comma, so it is going to split hello world with hello and world. Two strings it will provide us. We also saw in the last class about formatting strings. So we already looked at F strings. So any string starting with letter F and having the variables within braces. Okay. These values will be automatically filled up dynamically. So the value of name here and value of age will be dynamically picked up, and the output will be my name is Alice and I am 30 years old. In this case, name is Alice and age is 30, right? Next, we are having joining strings. So if we have a list of values or some words or some strings, we can simply say sentence equals using what character you want to join. I want to join them using the space character. So I am writing a string with a space in it, dot join, and join what? Join the list words. So all the values in the words I want to join with space character. If I want plus character or minus character or underscore or anything, it will be helping you to prepare the output accordingly. Okay. In this case, I'm assigning the outcome of this method because I'm using assignment character assignment operator here. So whatever is the resultant of this will be assigned into sentence. Okay. Then we come to input output operations. So in the input output operations, we saw the print function. Okay. So print function, we already know it is used to print the output. Anything you write within the print function, that is generated as an output. Printing variables. So there is one more way of printing the variables. So print, you can have the string, comma, variable name, comma, string, comma, variable name. So the outcome of this print method is going to be name, whatever the constant you have printed, this string you printed, name colon, and then the value of the name, then the age, this string, and the value of the age. All right. F string we have seen already. There is one more. Now, formatting the string objects, we have three methods over here. One is F strings. We have already seen that, which is this ls means we can put the variables within curly braces. Okay. And anything in the value of these curly braces is filled up if you put an F character before the string. Okay, this is the F string. Next is the format method. So how the format method works is, in the format method we do the same thing, only thing is we don't specify the variables here. Okay, we just put the curly braces, curly braces, curly braces, where whatever the curly braces. So you don't have to worry about the name, putting the names of the variables within the string. All you do is, after the string that you want to replace, you simply do dot format. Okay. And within parentheses here, you provide the names of the variables. So the first variable will go in the first curly braces position. Second variable value will go in the second curly braces position. So you can have any number of curly braces here, any variables you can print, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, and then simply provide them in the order here. That is important, means you cannot write age here and name here because you are not specifying here. If you don't specify the variable name over here, then it is going to pick up them in the order, and then the first value will come in the first place, second will come in the second place, third will come in the third place. Okay, so this is one alternate way. If you don't want to use the F string, you can also use this dot format function. Okay, we can see these two examples because these are a bit new. I'll just let me finish percent operator and then we'll go to the Python string. So in the this is another way, the percent operator. So how we do it? So in the print, my name is %s. Here we specify what type of parameter it is. So this parameter is a string value here, and I'm saying this is an integer value here, %d. Okay, my name is a string and I am an integer years old, right? And then you provide here the percent sign and you provide the variables that you want to print. So the name will go in %s location over here, the first parameter, and the second parameter is age, that will go in the %d position. And that way means you have multiple ways of formatting the strings. Okay, and that helps you and provides the flexibility of choosing your own method that you are more comfortable with, and depending on the scenario that best fits, okay, to your requirements, uh, and you can accordingly adopt it. Let me share the Python screen. We will see certain examples of the same. I hope the Python screen is visible to you. I'll switch, and let's say I'm assigning the value. Let's say name is this, age, and let's say we want to print here, print, and I want to print a string. So we just saw in our slide, right? So just we are putting the curly brace. I don't have to worry about the variable here. My name is, and I am old. Okay, and I close this string. So now this string I want to use dot format, and I want to print name, comma, age, and then close the this. You must always close the parenthesis that you started, right? So the this is also giving me the similar output as I got earlier. If we do, instead of this, we had done name and age, that will also give you the same outcome. And if I say print, this is string, and here I do formatting, and I put %s for string, %s we use for string, %d we use for integer, and I do here percent, and you can do provide the variables name, comma, age, and close the parenthesis. So this is also giving you my name is Janvi and I'm 15 years old. So in this case, what it did, it took the first variable and put it over here, and it knows here we have to, in this case, percent case, we must know what type of parameter it is. The first parameter is string or integer or float. Okay. So why do we need that? Okay. Let's say we have a variable pi equals 22/7. Okay, and let's say we print the value of pi. So this is giving 3.141285, something like that. Okay, what happens if I want to print? I print a string, print value of pi and is, and I want to say %f. It is a floating point value, percent, and I say pi, enter, and the value of pi is 3.142857. Okay. Now, what happens if I do percent? You just saw I did %10f. What happens? What is the difference in %f and %10f? In this case, it was taking by default whatever is the optimized value, and it is by default setting a precision of 6 decimal values over here. And but in this case, what I'm doing is I'm specifying that total width I want is 10 characters. So it has taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So total 10 characters space it is consuming. And this way, if you want a very precise formatting, and if I say 10.2f, so I'm getting just 2 decimal places I want. If I want more places, let's say I want 12 places accuracy, then it will give me up to 12 places. Okay, I hope this is making sense to you guys. So this is giving us more, means in case of the braces, when we are putting the f string, it will just take the value and print it by default. Okay, if I just do if I do, let's say the value of pi is, if I put just brace and I do here f string and I put the value of pi is pi. Okay, that's it. So it is going to take the complete value over here. But if somebody says print the value of pi up to 3 places or 4 places or 2 places, then in that case, this method might not work. Then you may require this percent method, and then you may have to specify the exact accuracy that you want. You want a 3 places accuracy, 4 places accuracy, 10 places accuracy, whatever you want, do that. Make sense? All right, great. So we'll switch back to our presentation so we can continue on our next agenda for the day. So I hope this is clear. Then comes the input function. Input function, we have already seen input function when we did the example for Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. We took the input from the user using the input function. So how it works is, in the input function, you write input and within parentheses any string. This string is a message you want to show. This message you want to show to the uh, uh, user. Okay, so once you do this, this is going to say enter whatever the message you are giving here, and the value is being stored into user input. And then you can use this user input for any computations. In this case, we are just printing it back as an outcome, like you entered so and so value. So let's quickly look at this example too. Okay, and a couple of variations of the same. I hope you are on the Python screen, I believe, right now. Yeah. So we are, let me switch back. So we want to do input. Okay. So let's say I want, suppose temperature, we saw temperature equals input, and we say uh, enter temperature in okay, and we simply press enter. So what it does, it asks us enter temperature in Fahrenheit, and I say okay, 56.89. This is my temperature. Now I want to print temperature, and it prints 56.89. But let's see if I do Celsius equals, if we say temperature minus 32, f minus 32 into 5 upon 9, and we are getting an error. What wrong we did? Because when we entered any input, that is entered as a string. we need to convert it. We need to transform it into a number. And how we do it? We specify when we did actually input this value, the input, the value that is was entered, we can convert it into an integer or float as per our requirement. And so we do a typecasting of the value that is being entered. So I'm saying the value that is being entered, that's a floating point value. So now if I'm saying 56.89, and if I'm doing the temperature computation now, sorry, this is whatever. And if I do the computation that we did, this time it works fine. And I'm able to print, and let's say I want to print, uh, I want to do the formatting. Okay. Uh, so I want to print the value of the Fahrenheit that I took. So temperature. So basically I want to print the value of temperature, degree, height is equal to Celsius, degree Celsius. Okay, and I did not, I think, mm,
So you have to close the brackets of 5.
where?
Uh, so you have to close the bracket 5 divide by 9. It
No,
will include. It will include with the.
hold on. Just a minute. Let's first check if the value of Celsius is computed. You are saying the value of Celsius is not computed, right? I think that is already computed. So value of Celsius is there. Value of Fahrenheit is, if I print out
Temperature degree Fahrenheit.
temperature. Oh, I, yeah, temperature, that is there.
Okay.
Oh, we did not put F. We are using an F string.
Okay. F string. Okay.
Yeah, we did not put F
Temperature.
here. That's why it did not print.
Temperature Celsius.
It was just like a plain string.
Okay.
In
Okay.
an F string, we have to place F here, and then we get the temperature we want.
तो C
Now,
कैपिटल नहीं है सर सेल्सियस में आई थिंक
no, that is okay. So this one is just a string. This one is a variable. So we are getting the value, right? 19.9.
यस सही है
Okay. So, but what's happening here? Here, this is giving too many digits, correct? We don't want that many digits. So what we will do, we want to do the formatting. I say, okay, you have to give me up to 2 decimal places only, right? So then in that case, now it comes, okay, I can't use F string in that case. Okay. And I will do a proper formatting of this. I'll call it percent F, and that also I want to do something. You can do 0.2D or 10 to 10.2D or whatever, right? It's up to you. So up to 2 decimal places I want, and here also I want up to 2 decimal places. Percent F to F. Okay, percent 0.2F degree Celsius, and then I put a percent and I put the values. Temperature is the first value. Sure. And Celsius is the second value, and I press enter. So this time I'm getting up to 2 decimal places here. Okay. I don't want to specify the complete width. I just want to specify the, this case we just did 2 decimal places. If I want, if your instructor or um, your boss asks you to print it up to 5 places, no worries. We can easily do that. And I having up to 5 decimal places accuracy I'm providing in my results. Making sense? So let's go back, switch back to our slide. So I hope now this input function is clear to you guys. So you can enter an integer number if you want to do. You can do a typecasting to int. If you want a float value, you can do typecasting to float. Now, one more thing is there. Sometimes we need to take more than one inputs. Okay. And how to do that basically? So Python provides you a way of providing more than one inputs over here. And so as you can see, this xy equals input, enter 2 values. So you can take more than one values. So let's say you have to enter 3 values, 3 variables. Okay, 3 data elements, a, b, c. So you can just say a comma b comma c equals and take in one statement. You don't have to do like multiple times inputs. All you do is whatever the value you have taken, just do a split, and you can enter the values separated by space, and these values will be automatically assigned into the 3 variables. It's really handy once you are dealing with more than one inputs. Okay, so let me quickly go back to the Python screen and show you how exactly it is going to work. So we are doing, let's say, um, a comma b comma c equals, right, input. Okay, x input, enter a b c, right, and dot split. So now I'm giving 34, 56, 78. And if I say print a, sorry, sorry, I did not put the parenthesis here. Print a 34, print b 56, print c, I have 78. So all the 3 values have been entered in just one input statement here with this split method. So I'm taking this input method is basically working as a string, and then whatever is entered, I'm splitting it into, okay, numbers. Okay, so the 3 numbers, and those numbers are being assigned back to a, b, and c. I hope this is making sense. Is it clear? So if you want to take more than one inputs, all you have to do is simply do the same way, and then you can split it. Okay, split the input that you entered, and then it will automatically be assigned into multiple variables. So you don't have to write input multiple times, like input A, input B, input C, like that. In just one line, you can take all the inputs and do your computation. Let me switch back to the slides. All right, I'll leave this exercise to you. The slide is visible to every one of you. I want you guys to prepare this code and show me, okay, your results. You have 10 minutes time to complete this exercise. We will meet at 8:05. I'm here if you have any problems while you are doing this exercise. Let's do this simple calculator. So we will be taking, I'll explain you what we are going to do. So we will be taking two numbers, number 1 and number 2. Okay. And they are the floating point numbers. So I'm doing a typecasting here. Input first number, input second number, and then I want to display the sum, the difference, the product, and quotient of all these three numbers. So go ahead and do this exercise. Let's meet in 5 to 10 minutes. As soon as you are done, just raise your hands and let me know. Give me thumbs up once you are done. Everyone is aligned? Excellent. So do it and let's meet at 8:05. I hope you guys are done. Ayush, Prachi, Angel. Seems Angel has left the meeting. She's back. Hello, Angel. I think you dropped in between. Were you able to complete your code? Go to the chat box and give me a thumbs up in the chat box if you are done with the code.
So I have to share my screen.
Yeah, please share the screen.
So please accept my request. Actually, I am connected on phone, and I am sending your request through laptop also.
Are you sending as Bhavesh single?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, please. You can share your screen.
Sir, एक second.
Yes, please tell me. Facing some challenge, Prachi?
Sir,
Angel, would you like to share the screen in the meantime? Hi, Prachi.
yes, sir.
Are you able to?
So now I'm sharing my screen. Actually,
Please go ahead.
वो भावेश की आईडी से शेयर नहीं हो पा रहा था सर.
No issues. Please go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is visible. Go ahead, please.
This is the output, sir.
Cool. Okay, good. Others, have you done it?
Thank you.
Only thing is, Prachi, you are not writing the comments. Means in normal coding practice,
Yes,
you
sir.
must make a habit of writing the comments so that the code is more user friendly.
Yes, sir. It will more attractive.
Not attractive means it will be more useful and easy to read. Basically, if somebody
Okay, sir.
reads your code,
Okay, sir. I will use
where are you
comments
doing the
when I make a
input, where
program.
are you doing the computations, and so basically in your code there are three segments right now.
Yes, sir.
They get input from the user.
Yes.
Second, perform computations. Third, display
Yes.
out. Right. So these
Yes, sir.
sections you can put the relevant comments. So at
Yes.
least there is clear. Okay, here the output is starting. This is the computation section. This is the input section. This is a
Yes, sir.
small code, right? But uh, the fundamentals, we have to put our fundamentals right. Okay,
Yes.
we have to put the spaces in between so that it looks like different sections of the code, right? And
Yes.
uh, it will be more user friendly and easy to read. But anyway, that's good overall. First, nice attempt.
Thank
uh,
you, sir.
Ayush, do you have something to show? Anyone? Okay, we won't wait anymore. Let's quickly switch back to the presentation. We will complete our rest of the slides. Let me know once it is visible to you guys. Seems, did I drop from meeting? Okay. So next we are going to look at the if.
Sir, Ayush, I am having an issue.
Ayush is having an issue.
Yes, sir.
It's not getting some difficulties in processing. Okay, what difficulty you are facing, Ayush? Is it? Are you able to share your screen, Ayush? Are you in a position to share your screen? Or we can take it up separately, right? Share the screenshot in the group, and I'll try to help you. Okay. For now, as we are running short of time, so we will move on to the next slide first. Okay. So next agenda that we are going to discuss is branching. How do we do the branching? Branching is basically there are so many scenarios, okay, where we have to decide and we have to change the flow of code. Normally, the code in a program, it starts, okay, and it starts from one place, and it should ideally go straight, right? So it should ideally go straight from one direction, right? So, or it usually goes from up, bottom to up, right? So means first line of code it execute, then second line of code, then third line of code, then fourth line of code, then fifth line of code, and so on. So that's how usually your code is executed. Okay, we call it the sequential flow. But sometimes we want to do certain actions only when certain condition is true, and do the other set of actions if it is not true. So what we do is, in such a case, we use if and else statements. And how we do it? We do using the if else. Okay. So what exactly it does is, it we write if statement and we provide any logical condition. So a logical condition is something that returns the result in a true or a false value. So if I can logically put a condition here, and that results in either yes or no or true or false, then I can write something, some structure like this. If this condition, if x is greater than 0, then print x is positive. Else if x is less than 0, then print x is negative. And if x is neither positive nor negative, then what is the scenario? Possible scenario is, in that case it becomes 0. So this is the default case kind of. So if we, that's what we call if, elif, and else case. And there can be multiple elifs over here. There can be more than one conditions out there. That, and the last case can be else case, right? So else case is the default case. So if none of the, if this condition is true, then do this. If this is not true, then check. If this condition is true, then do this. Then maybe there are more conditions, you can check those conditions too. And if none of the above conditions true, then you simply write else case. Then in that case it is going to execute this code, right? And after doing this, as you know, indentation, so we are using the indentation here, indentation here, indentation here. And after this, if something is written at this level, else level, then that code will be executed, whatever it is, right? After this branching case is completed, decision making is completed, right? So in order to perform the decision making, we use if, elif, else statement. And there can be one or more elifs over here. It can be even no elif. You can simply write it as simple as that. If this condition is true, then do this, else do this. If there are only two possibilities, okay, then you can simply write an if else statement. If there are more than one possibilities, then you write if, elif, else case, okay. And elifs can be any number of elifs you can have as you want. I hope this is making sense to you. So is this clear? Any question about this? One important thing you must note here is that only the code, the block of the code that will execute depending on the first condition that evaluates to true, right? So if you are writing multiple, you have written the if statement, the elif, the elif, elif, elif. So whatever is the first condition that is uh, evaluating to be true, logically true, that one will be executed, okay. And if none of the conditions is uh, true, then it will go to the else case and execute the default, okay. And if you are not specified, okay, if none of the conditions is true, then in that case it may go to the default, the next line of code, which is unindented in the previous level, okay. Indentation is crucial to define the code blocks within code blocks within each condition. So every uh, if, elif block should be indented to the same level, okay. There is something written in statement as catch-all. So conclude. So what the structure of if, elif, else is, the structure allows for multiple decisions based on varying conditions. So there could be different conditions you can have. Begins with an if statement followed by one or more elif conditions. Concludes with an optional else statement as a catch-all, okay. Means all other conditions, if this, then do this, elif this, then do this, elif this, then do this. And if none of the conditions is true, then for all other conditions, all other possibilities, it goes into the else case, okay. Only one block of code will execute depending on the first condition that evaluates to true, right? So if one block has executed, rest of the blocks will not be executed, okay. Indentation is crucial to define the code blocks within each condition, all right. So let's quickly go and see some examples of this. So there are some examples given for conditional statements, and I would request you guys to play around with these examples at home. Okay. So if x is equal to 10, let's say we are assigning the value 10 to x, and we are saying if x is greater than 5, then you want to print x is greater than 5. Okay. This one is not indented. It should be actually indented over here so that it executes the code. Okay. uh, Only when this condition is true. Okay. If and else statement. So if x is 3, let's say we assign the value 3 to x. Now we are checking if x is greater than 5, then print x is greater than 5. Else print x is not greater than 5. So as per you, what should be the outcome of this particular if else statement? It is going to print x is not greater than 5 because x is equal to 3. This is an example of if, elif, and else. So let's say the value of x is 7. We are checking if x is greater than 10. Okay. Then print x is greater than 10. Elif, x is greater than 5. Then print x is greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. Okay. Else, what we are saying, if it is not greater than 10, if it is not greater than 5, then of course it is either 5 or less. So we are saying else print x is either 5 or less. And you can also write this program, this kind of programs, with an input. Here we are assigning a single specific value 7, but you can take user has entered a value, and you can tell whether the value entered by user is greater than 10, is equal to 10, means between 5 and 10, or it is less than 5, right? Next example is included here for the nested if statement. This is something very, very important you must look at when you have some complex scenarios. Okay. Like you evaluated one condition, and after evaluating one condition, then you are evaluating another condition, right? So for example, in this case, we are checking if, let's say, 15 is assigned to x. Okay. And we are checking if x is greater than 10, then print x is greater than 10. Now we are checking if it is greater than 10, but it could be greater than 22, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is. So we are checking if it is greater than 22. Okay. Means it is greater than 10. Then I'm checking second condition. If it is greater than 20, then print x is also greater than 20. Okay. Else print x is 10 to 20, means if it is greater than 10 but not greater than 20, then in that case it will be between 10 and 20, right? And if it is not even greater than 10, then this is the else for this if statement. Okay. It is going to print x is 10 or less. So these are the logical conditions that we use, and we call this kind of structure as a conditional structure, of course, branching. And we are doing it is because this if statement, this one, is nested within another if block or else block. We call it a nested if else structure. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. If any question, please ask me. Okay, so I would request you guys to play around with this code. Okay, whatever the examples, today we have seen multiple examples of the code. So go through these examples, and again Ayush, to you as well, I would request you guys must do the practice. Okay, you do it on Google Colab, you do it on your local system, wherever you do, but do it, and uh, come back with some queries if you are facing any challenges. Okay. Because just watching, by watching the videos, you're not going to learn it. You will learn it only when you do it yourself, once you face your own problems, okay, your own errors, and you solve those errors. Yes, Prachi, please proceed.
So I want to ask, in Python, switch can we make a arithmetic program through switch case? So I have an issue in switch case ki how to put the values and how to use it. So can we make in Python by switch case, or we
See,
can make it only C, C++?
no, no, switch case default statement is definitely from C, C++. Okay.
Okay,
In Python, we have if else statement. Okay.
okay.
All right. So we don't,
So I tried through if else, but at that time when I was taking data analytics classes. But right now I will try it again. If any issue, then I will tell
yeah,
you.
please let me know. Okay.
Yes, I will
Yes,
let you know.
sure, sure. Let me know.
Okay.
We have something known as match case in Python. Okay. We will check it later on. Okay. Switch case is something used in C, C++.
Okay. In Python, we have to use match case if we are using.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I don't know what is match case.
We may take up.
Okay. 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 Sir.
These are bit like advanced topics, so we are not covering in this program.
Okay. 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 Sir.
So we want to stick to our agenda, okay, for the day, which is for if else. Definitely, you guys can experiment outside this scope, okay, and feel free to ask your questions in the doubt classes. But we would restrict ourselves to this, like the concepts that we are covering within this program, because there are so many things, even some advanced uh, things are there, like in find everything you can go further deep into it, right? So for example, if we are using the find function, and find, you want to find a second occurrence or third occurrence of a value, right? So we have to write more complex code for that. And I think many of the participants of this program, because they are from the beginner background, right, they may not be able to uh, understand that those difficult concepts right now, okay, because their level is not there. But we can definitely discuss, okay, more of these during the doubt classes, and we can we will cover it in the advanced program if any of you are participating into that. So the next program which we have, so we will be covering up more advanced concepts for Python in that program. All right. So maybe we will cover up. You can explore that, Prachi. If you face any problem, we can discuss it. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So tomorrow we will have a break, and next class will be on Wednesday. But by that time, because slowly we are going to get more and more into code, okay, and still you have time to cover up whatever we have learned so far, okay. I think you have time to cover up those practical examples and do more scenarios. You can write your own examples, you can write your own test cases, whatever you are doing. Think of your own problems, okay, like we did temperature conversion, like we did today if else statement. So you may write one assignment, do a problem for finding the largest number out of the three given numbers. Okay, this is your homework, right? Find the largest of the three given numbers. So you will take input for A, B, and C. Three integers you will enter, and you must find out the largest of the three, and print the largest number is so and so. Okay, that will definitely be done using if else elif. Do that, and let's discuss it in the next class. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.